Hi guys, well welcome back to MK Sportscars at the Malvern Kit Car Show. This is our stand, but while the sun is beaming, and it's been like this for the last few years, we're going to head outside and see what events, cars, people are all getting onto. Right outside here, plenty of trade stands going on, so if you're looking for bits for your cars, and you think, oh, I'm building a car, building a classic car or anything else, you can take it in, get your carpets, get your pipe work, get the odd bits and bobs that you need to finish your projects, which is awesome. And we're going to head over here. So they've also got a rolling road. So here we go, look, they've got a Cobra strapped on. I don't know what that's going to have in it. It's probably going to have some kind of V8, maybe small block, big block, LS, who knows. And they've got the mandatory fire extinguishers just in case. I love it, don't we guys? But yeah, they're strapping it down. I'm sure they'll be getting ready to wind it up. So that's something new for the Malvern show. Testing out your car, see if it actually does the horsepower it desires. Yep. And there's something you don't see every day. Tell me when the last place you saw one of them. No idea. It looks like a yellow fridge.
My fridge does not look like that. It doesn't have a door that comes up.
Over here you got the Exo-car experience. It's sort of a small little gym car on a sprint thing really. They're doing take you out for a couple of hot laps. We did a similar thing at Newark a couple of years ago where you take the car out, get a hot lap in the car, have a bit of fun. This is what these cars are all about really, whether it's a 7 or any kind of kit car. Go and have a bit of fun. Lightweight performance cars, cracking. Having a time of your life in there, fella. Right, here we've got the MEVs themselves, so the car you saw drifting, these are the MEV Exo-cars. I think they've got derivatives of the MX-5 engines, which will be a Mark 1, Mark 2, and going up to the Mark 3s as well, and I think a couple of them have actually got a Mazda RX-7, RX-8 engines as well actually. Right, next up we've got the, well, DNA. What's a DNA? Well, they're replicas. They're not Ferraris. That's the MEV owners group. Yeah, looks like an MEV, that one, doesn't it, fellas? Yeah, so we've got Ferraris of all different things based on, I don't know, MR2, some of them are Z3s and stuff like that. Lamborghini replicas, and that isn't a BMW i8 replica, I think that's the real deal. And we move over here, we've got the Spartan Owners Club here. Very old school type of cars. Well, I don't even know that that's a kit car shed. Should we call that? Yeah, I reckon that's a kit car shed. That's been kicking around for years, that have. But and then over in here they've got these little cycle carts. I think you can go out in them actually, or they're doing racing of some form. These little single-seater cycle, they're grass track racing them around, which is cool. You know, it's I don't know what engine, it's like a little lawnmower engine in them, do you believe? Zooped up versions of them. Well, look, I bet they weigh about as much as a little fag packet.
What about an English summer salad?
Yeah.
Weigh as much as an English summer salad?
Yeah, weigh as much as an English summer salad, which is, well, depends how big your belly is. Not very much though. They're cool little things. Almost looks like a miniature Bugatti, don't they? The old school stuff. Very cool. Oh, absolutely, mate. Yeah, you get one in the right foot, one in your left foot, and you go like that. Yeah? Boom! See these guys? See these? Yeah! This is the attitude. Right, if you don't come here for the cars, come for that. The Malvern Hills. Look at the beautiful view you get. Well, that's the UK for you. There is some absolutely stunning places in this country, and this is probably right up there with them. Amazing views. Look at all the cars, people, all that's going on. and you get that backdrop. We've got all kinds of areas. We've got the Scamp Club over here. Look at the old Scamps.
The aerodynamic Scamp.
Based on a Mini, I do believe. Most of them are 1000 cc's, they will be. Pretty, I mean, they're one of the original 80s, 70s, 80s sort of kit cars, really. Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. Oh, loads of them are done. It's a beachcomber. I mean, you go down a beach in that, wouldn't it? It'd be a right old laugh in the sands. And then we got GT40 replicas going on. We got Jago Jeeps as well going on. If you're moving over here, we've got, this looks like the Robin Hood to me, but minus Owners Club, but there's plenty of Robin Hoods there going on. If you're not into your kit cars, you might know of Robin Hood. They were a big manufacturer back in the day, and it was based on a Sierra. You had the Sierra running gear and all that stuff. Now it's moved on to Mazda base, but they were huge selling kit in its day, hundreds of thousands. You got things like this for sale. Look, if you're into it, this is Trevor. I know Trevor. He's got a Luego with the infamous S2000 engine. Look, zoom in on the number. It's for sale. Give Trevor a call. If you want an S2000 powered car, give him a shout. Get yourself in. Be a fast car. And then, yes, we've got more Robin Hoods over here. We'll get to the Westfield in a minute. They've always got a really good show on the Westfields. GT40, now this is a car I could own. That is a garage queen of a car. I mean, it's just awesome. How sick is that? In Golf Blue, it's just awesome. Love that. Really, really cool. AK have got them in there, and Tornado as well, which we'll see in a Halls later, but yeah, absolutely sick. And always generally a V8 of some form, normally a small block Chevy in them. Yeah, let's have a look at this one over here. What we got, probably a small block in here, probably. V8, yeah, nice, look at that. Quad setup on the top there. How nice is that? There's a lot going on.
Mile.
Yeah, and I bet it gets rather toasty in here. Hope he's got aircon, because there ain't many windows. Nice though, isn't it? Stunning. Oh, I can hear the rolling road going over in the background there. It's a big V8, you can hear it. Then we've got to the Exo-car Club. These have got various engines actually. Did a motorbike variants in them, did Z-Tech SEs in them. They do a couple of different variants. Again, a bit like the MEV exoskeleton thing. I know you're probably going to go, oh, it looks like an aerial atom type of thing, and that's kind of the theme that's been set with that vehicle, really. Quantum, which are these? They're normally got Ford-based engines in them. Fiberglass, but yeah, I think they were on a Fiesta. It's quite a sporty little car, really. I mean, back in the day when this was like in the 80s and 90s, that's quite a slick, modern-looking thing. It's almost, you can see where an Escort came from, if you know what I mean. It's quite a cool little thing. This thing with a bubble nose is a Quantum Extreme. Still going, I think. Again, you can see the old days of stuff. This is on an E-plate. So this has been a Ford Sierra 1988 donor with a 2-litre Pinto in there with the old EFI system on still on it all. Yeah, a bit different, a bit quirky. That's a Vindicator Sprint, I do believe. Oh dear, my knowledge astounds me sometimes, yeah. Z-Brings, stunning, love that. Back end of that car is gorgeous. That is nice. Yeah, that is nice. Very TVR-esque, wouldn't you say? Like, not a TVR, but, or Marcus. Very similar to that sort of feeling to it. And then you've got Royale, very classic cars that are over in the background there. It's almost a wedding car, isn't it? You know, you can see that type of vehicle. And then we've got here quite a big stand, which is the Northwest Kit Car Owners Group. Trevor and his gang do a sterling job. And this is a mixture of whatever car you want, really. You can join this if you're in the Northwest, or even anywhere. MKs, look, we've got here MK. Is that an MK, or let me just check, because there's two ways of knowing. Yes, an MK as well. And I was just checking the curved bit on the back, whether it was a Mach 1 or an MK, because this looks... How can you tell the difference then? Because our ones, MK has a roll bit here, and the Mach 1s are the straight bit that goes down, because they couldn't bend metal like we can. So there you go. And a DAX or a V8, look. That sounds good, doesn't it? Nice. Yeah, bit rich. So this is an original MK, little Fireblade. This is where it all sort of kicked off really with the Fireblade engines back in the early 2000s when the bike engine phenomenon kicked off really. And then move in, you've got Haynes Roadsters, Westfields, Cobras. Everybody loves a Cobra. You can't knock a Cobra, can you really? Beautiful, stunning, classic looking. 427.
Your garage, what's it going to be?
Yeah, Cobra or GT40. You can tell 427 has the flared arches, 289 has straight arches on them. Yeah, there's a slimmer body, so the 427 is a wider version. And then we've got a Cobra, a stunning colour. Look at the paint job on that. That is nice.
That is nice. Is that one of our strikers?
That's a striker, yeah, it's a silver striker though. I don't mean it's a raw, so before our time. Don't know what engine's in it. I'm going to say it's got an S2000. No. What's that got in there? Give us a clue. What's hiding under the ears? Ooh, can't see. Can't see what's under there. But no, can't see what's in it. No clues. Tell me on the back of the car. Spax. Nah. I think this is Trevor's Pilgrim. That is. Look at the guys. I wish the paint job on this. That is a gorgeous colour. It's sparkling like you want. I know you can't see it on the camera, but that's lovely actually. Then you've got loads of cars over here. We've got another Cobras, Daxis, Tigers over there. Yeah, smart looking car. I mean, they've got a really big stand actually. What have they got? 20 cars on here or something like that? It's really turnout actually. So, and they do it all for Claire's House, a children's hospice. Look how much they've raised. Look, so you join us up, it's all about this. £50,000 they've raised for charity for Claire's Hospice. I mean, that's, got to say, tip my hat for them guys. They're doing a great job there. So we'll head up here. JBL Falcons, very Morgan-esque, isn't it? It's right up in this, in Malvern being its territory, in this part of the woods. I mean, you can't, you know, it's
got a bag going on the back of it.
Yeah, he's got a little wicker basket. How cool is that? It's retro, flying the GB flag, that's for sure. And then moving over here, we've got some. I think it's Kitnet. We've got some other cars here. Neil loves one of these. This is right up the cameraman's corner. A little RS200 replica. That's pretty nasty looking, isn't it, eh? Nice. What's he got in there?
That like that one.
Yeah.
That's a proper deal.
Oh, dear, he's got some kind of, was it turbocharged?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, turbocharged. Nice. Nice. So it's got the horses. Yeah, it's got his. Someone's done it. I can't.
Someone's got a signature.
Come on then, answers down below. Who is it? You must know who it is. Probably some famous person that I don't know about. But same on this. What we got in here? We've got. It looks like an Audi engine in that. BAM engine in that. That's nice. And then you got some Westfields. So Robin Hood and the Asbo as they calls it. That thing I've seen on track, that's quick. Isn't again another exoskeleton thing. Pretty lively car, got a little R1 engine in the back if I remember on that one as well.
Mr. T, look out.
Yep. And then over here, what we got here? Cobras. Who doesn't love a Cobra? That GD70. I wonder if that's a Gardner Douglas anyway, but either way. That is naughty looking. Black on black. Old English white stripes. Smart. Got to have a V8 in it. 427, yes, a Gardner Douglas Mark IV. Dear, beautiful. Look at that. Stunning. And then similar to that, like if you're into the era, the Shelby era, the Daytona. Stunning car. Listen to this Boyd voice. This is what it's all about. If you want your ownership of a V8, make yourself smile. Daxigero here. All 383 stroker in that. And if you want a nice Cobra, this paint job, that's black, but it's actually got, you can't see, it's red, black, it's popping. For sale, look, zoom in. 383 stroker in that. If you don't want a build run, you want one with it to go, I mean, that's stunning. That sounds nice, doesn't it?
What is that? Is that a hard top for it?
Yeah, that's a hard top. No. I think that's a 427 hardtop, they call it. The company called them. That is naughty looking, isn't it? Hey? That looks so much nicer with the hardtop one, doesn't it? Yep. Here we go, lots of V8s. Yeah, 1 gallon, 2 gallons, 3 gallons. They've just done a tank. But yeah, beautiful cars. And this is what you come to see. It's winding up time here. It's nearly 3:30, 4 o'clock. So things start to wind down. And we're gonna go over here. Again, we've got GTM, which was owned by Westfield for a while. I don't know if it still is because Westfield ain't going, so I think they've still got some moulds and bits, but that's a Libya. It was sort of a Lotus Elise copy that's over there to the right. You can see those.
Hold tight, Mr. T's coming.
Oh, the A-Team to come to get me and rescue me, look. Da, 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 da. Yeah, you got GTMs, and then we got some beach buggies. I don't know much about beach buggies, other than it's a VW based chassis, Beetle chassis with a VW. So I'm going to let Neil do his camera work. There's one paint job you've got to come and see though, Neil. You've got to head this way. Now my daughter would love that. That's sparkle upon sparkle upon sparkle. You probably can't see it in there, but I tell you, there's so much glitter in that. I think he robbed the shop and threw it in there. Right, Westfield, let's go in the Arches. Always a good turnout here. They sort of have their annual event here each year. Used to be Stoneleigh, now it's Westfield Avenue at Malvern, keep saying it wrong. Loads of them. There's a few of them are gone today, but there's probably 25, 30 cars here. No, probably more than that, and they go down the back round. But everything from Z-Tex and E's to Duratex to EcoBoosts to Pintos to that's a Striker. So that was actually our old demonstrator. Still going strong. 2 litre Duratec in that, 185 plus horsepower. Drives it a lot, gets some road miles on it. Goes bloody well, that, I can tell you that much. You got everything from a roof rack on a car that he obviously does quite a bit of mileage on. Just shows you can adapt these cars to do many things. You want to go touring. It's, you know, they're amazing bits of kit really, and lots of power for the money. Not a lot of money, but loads of cars. You got an S2001 down here in the white car, and different body styles. You're probably thinking, what's the difference is? Well, you got ZK bodywork, FW bodywork. This is like a ZK nose, SEIW that is, and then you got S2000, and the FW is that bodywork on the rear. It's different. You can see that, and it normally has a 1 or 2 piece front nose cone, and you've got a ducting on the way. It's a ZK nose, and I'll show you that's an FW. An FW there, you can tell because it's the nose cone different. You've got the scoops here as well for ventilation and everything else. And the FW harks back to the days of the FW 400 that made a featherweight car, 400 kilos with a 1.8 K series engine in it, 200 and something horsepower, carbon monocoque chassis. So Westfield now, not the strength they used to be in the industry, unfortunately gone into receivership, but hopefully will come back under a new ownership and get stronger. But yeah, back in the day, these were the go-to guys to tackle Caterham, you know, for sure. This is a classic example. Nice green, actually. That's not black, that's green.
I thought that was black.
Yeah, that's green. We do a similar colour, actually. It's in the black green, we call it. And that's got a little EcoBoost out of the Ford Fiesta ST. So it's 250 brake. Plenty of power in one of these little lightweight cars, sub 600 kilos, normally around the mid 500s. But yeah, that's it really outside here for a brisk walk around. There's plenty more. There's a band going on tonight over there. Westfield guys having a bit of a party and some beer and some barbecue and stuff. And there's probably, I think there was over 400 people camping here tonight, if I remember rightly. Peter from Grosvenor Show's telling me about. So yeah, a lot's going on, lots to like. That's a Westfield 11. Something again a bit different, very aero, very 1970s Lotus based looking thing really. Yeah, very aerodynamic. Normally got a little A-series engine in some form. Yeah, different, look at it, aerodynamic. That's the 70s, baby. Right, well that's it from the outside here. I'll head inside. Right, into the cool area. Let's go. Stands going up, you've got bric-a-brac again. We've got lots. If you want your tools, this is the place, loads of place. Got TKC magazine, if you want that. There's a couple of magazines if you're into cars, TKC or Complete Kit Car magazine. They do a great job putting articles out there. We've got bric-a-bracs that's going on. Again, old school stuff, something you probably never find. You've got headers, clocks. Yeah, even a Michelin man is in here. So lots of things going on, memorabilia stuff. Again, more parts. Loads of them here. And it's probably stuff you can't find normally, or you're trying to search it online. It's all the odd bits and bobs. You know, you want a file, look, just to replace on your head. Anything like that can be like that. So, round here, we've got sort of the replica stuff really. I think it's based on a Porsche, isn't it, Neil? Based on a Porsche Boxster, isn't it? Yeah, it's a Boxster. It's a Boxster-based kit that they do. Wide body, everything else. Got back here, which is a RS200 replica. I don't know what engine's running in now. What's he got in here? Looks like a BAM engine, 1.8 BAM engine in there. 1.8 BAM engine in that? Yeah, 1.8 BAM engine, yeah, 1800. How many horsepower?
500 in this. It's built for 550, but it's just under, so yeah.
Not
20.
enough, 550.
No, you don't need
Push it up.
Not enough.
Plenty. Nice looking car. And we've got GBS here with their Zero, do variations on that, Mazda-based kits, 2.5 Duratex. They always have a nice stand, well represented there. Another 7 replica. Moving over into AK, they're here with their Cobra, their D-type replica. I mean, engine bay, Neil? That's rather nice, isn't it? Nice LS3 in there, all painted the same colour. Looks rather nice, don't you think?
It's very purposeful.
Yeah, and then the Jag D-type, this is, again, homage to it. Nice engine bay, beautiful Jag. Look at that engine, old school, but look at it. Triple carbs. And then one of our favourites, GT40. Guess the engine, guys. I'll tell you in a minute, but guess the engine, zoom in, see if anyone gets it. 3, 2, 1, what is it? It's a Coyote 5-litre V8 on Gen V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Noisy thing. Beautiful paint job. This is their demonstrator. New one, they've painted up everything else as well. Looks pretty cool. I would, yes. I'd just stick it in the garage and look at it. Quantum here, that's a Mazda-based kit. I showed you a Quantum out there. They did a 7-litre before. This is what's called an LMR. Not familiar enough with it to talk about it, but it's a pretty thing. Rally designs here. You want parts, good online press. They do a lot of escort stuff as well. Parts, diffs, everything else. And then over the back, we've got Equilibrium with, I think it used to be the Sonic, that used to be called or something. All parts, and then we're into replicas again. Yeah, go into Hawk cars. One of your favourites to the right here as well. It's a pretty little car. If you're into Top Gear, you'd have probably seen, I don't know if it was that model or that car, but one of these going round anyway on the Top Gear track. I remember we had some quirky things with Clarkson trying to get it in, all of that. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just to die for. Sorry.
Pound.
Only a pound?
No, cheap.
Your Equilibrium there with, got Equilibrium here. I think it's a new launch for their car. Something a bit different. ST170 by the looks of it, engine in there. Ford-based engine. Nice colour. Creedon, they do a Cobra replica, showing their chassis and everything else that's on it. Small block Chevy in these generally, again, of some form. Really tidy. It's a beautiful car, actually. You can see some of the inner workings with a jag diff on the rear. All the braking system sits on the inside rather than the outside on the jag diffs. Very different, very tidy installation. Don't know much about that. Don't know what that is. Morton Motor Company. Sounds like Morgan Motor Company, doesn't it? Very similar. MEV are here with their array, which you showed you outside. They've got their Exo-car range, which they're doing the hot laps on as well. So they're doing it. Oh, it looks like they're doing a off-roader style vehicle. Right, we're winding down nearly in the halls now. We've got Tornado here with their GT40 replicas. Pretty sick looking cars, as we saw outside, no different. These and the AKs, who do both of them. Brilliant bits of kit. We've got electronics here, Simtech are here, doing their things with ECUs, wiring looms, all the other gadgets and gazmos and everything else to get it all together. Jay does a great job over there. And then moving up, finally, where do we head? Let's finish off with us, MK Sportscars. We've got a range of our cars here. We've got the Mazda-based kit, which is a single donor vehicle, which is Mark II, 1.8 to Mark 2.5, 1.8 turbocharged them. A new version, which is a left-hand version, 1.8 Duratec. It's on a standard management, it's on a aftermarket management, but standard manifold, about 135 horsepower. Showing our chassis, all our inboard one. We had a car that sold already today. That's a turbocharged 260 brake horsepower Mazda car. And then finish up with our infamous, unbelievably fast Cup 200 car, the Hayabusa powered one. That's it really. That's the Malvern Kit Car Show. Gotta say, been a great show so far. It's quieting down now, this is why we're doing a video, but earlier on, this place was booming. Hats off to Peter and his team at Grosvenor Shows for doing it. And guess what? We're gonna see you in 2027 at the same show. That's it guys. Comment below if you like what you see.